Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to do this video. I saw this morning when I woke up, and he said a lot of good messages in here. So I wanted to play it for you guys because he had some important lessons that I had learned as well. If you don't know who this guy is, he's Grant Cardone. He's written a bunch of top books: 10x Rule, Sell or Be Sold, The Millionaire Playbook. He has a bunch of them. I suggest you read them all or listen to all of the audiobooks. He's taught me a lot. I've learned a lot of sales skills and negotiating techniques from him. He's one of the best in the industry. And this video is advice for young people, but it doesn't really have to be just for young people. It could be for anyone of any age. So I wanted to go over this, watch this video, and show you guys and narrate a couple points that he brings up that have
Grant
related to my
Cardone here
life.
from Undercover Billionaire. I'm in Cabo San Lucas right now. Talk to all the young people out there that ask me constantly. Question, big question. So what would you do? What advice would you give to a young 20-year-old, 16-year-old, 15-year-old? Look, it's not too young to be young, and it's not too young to decide to be great. So for all of you out there that wonder what Grant Cardone would do if he was 15, 12, 18, 20, 22, 28, 30, and was just starting the game all over again, look, number one, you need to dream big. I mean, you cannot dream big enough. I'm telling you, you can't dream big enough. You can do more than you're doing, but you can't do more than you're doing if you hang around with little thinkers. That could be your family members, could be your friends, could be people you're going to school with and hanging out with. Look, there's a time and a place to hang out with those people. You can't pick the family. I mean, they say you can. I wonder sometimes if we don't actually do the picking and just show up there. But I'll save that for another conversation.
So one of these points that he brought up here is the people you surround yourself with, and it's so true. I brought it up in a bunch of other lessons, is that you are the 5 people you spend the most time with. So an example is if you hang around with 4 or 5 fat people, you're going to be the 6th. If you hang around with 5 broke people, you're going to be the 6th. All their habits will rub off on you, and you'll think that that's the way. Even if you didn't think that way at first, just being around them, that will influence your lifestyle as well. So what you want to do is surround yourself with people where you want to be in life. If you want to be successful, put yourself to be in a position to be around 5 successful people and learn everything you possibly can and spend as much time as you can with them. Try to minimize your time with people that are wasting their time, just partying all the time, that work in normal jobs, that have no goals or dreams to get anywhere else in life, because then you're going to be just like them, and you're going to regret a lot of things that you're going to miss out on in life because you're living in that kind of bubble with those low level thinking type of people.
But I do know once you get with your family, the family that you picked or they picked, or however that might work, the selection process, wherever you went to school or go to school, or where you grew up or how you grew up, or religion you grew up in, or whether you're white or black or brown, male or female, the question is always going to be, what can you do to do more with your life, to find your mission, to find your purpose, to find what you're great at, to get great at the things maybe that you're not great at, that you don't even like doing. Like you're young, you're trying to figure it out. And I would tell the young me, look, I got lost when I was 10, lost my dad. I'm in Cabo San Lucas. The weather's beautiful. I'm at this house that my family could never imagine living in or spending even a moment a day in, much less a week or two. And where I've gotten in my life is
similar to where he's at right now. I'm in Puerto Escondido. It's the there we go. It's the best surf town in all of Mexico. You can see the waves out there. But yeah, I never imagined that I would ever be out in this area too. So it just goes to show a lot of similarities. So you got to really dream big. And, I always wanted to surf these perfect waves, and now I'm here doing it.
then about a couple things. One, I always believed I could do something. I always believed there was something, some little spark in me that said, man, I can do something big, even at the darkest times of my life. And there was a lot of them. From the age of 10 to 15, I was angry. I was pissed off. I couldn't help my mom. My dad had just died. My brother was my older brother, who was my mentor and guide and inspiration. He was, going on with his life. He was 15 and moving into high school and graduating, leaving, going off to college. He wasn't interested in me. He was interested in his life. And then a few years later, he died. So I had these two big losses, and they made me really, really angry. And I felt like, man, I'm not going to even live very long. I was angry. I was confused. I didn't have anybody to guide me or mentor me. There was no internet. There was no YouTube videos where some dude's popping up on your phone or your computer. Like, what's this dude? He doesn't have a shirt on in a pool telling me what he'd do when he was young. I'm doing for you what I wish somebody would have been able to do for me. Number one, think big. Telling you can do more, and you will do more than you ever imagined. If you're ever successful in your life, if you ever hit it, and you can, you will look back 10, 15, 20 years from now and say, God, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? I promise you. It's like 80 pounds of weight looks like a lot when you're 5 or 6 years old. Later, it's pretty easy to pick that up. No matter what your frame is, as long as you do the work, and show up in the gym, one day you'll be able to pick that barbell up. Just like in life, okay? The things that you think are impossible today, the things that you hate today, the things that you aren't good at, the things that you think are a waste of time, the things that make you angry are all opportunities for you. So one, think big. You can do great things. You got to believe that. You have to believe you can do great things, even in the darkest moments. From 15 to 25, I was using drugs every day. So when I tell you, hey, you can do anything, I was a habitual daily drug user. Overdosed 3 times. Was brought back by people just wandering into a room saying, "Oh, this guy's in trouble." Okay, I don't know if I was trying to kill myself at the time, or I was just didn't know what I was doing, or stupid, or whatever. Like, I was a walking time bomb, and I was not to be trusted by my family, by my friends. There was no one in my life between 15 and 25 that I could have a positive influence on. I was a liability to everyone in my life, including my family and my friends, people I went to school with, and the places I worked at. I lost 7 jobs in a row. I was unemployable. 25, I went to a treatment center and said, I got to turn this around. I cannot keep using drugs. They're bad for me. I make poor decisions when I'm using them. I go out with the wrong people, hang with the wrong people, end up in the wrong fights. I literally got, like, when you're using drugs, you're going to pick fights you can't win, not in a lifetime. You're going to get in the wrong cars, make the wrong decisions, the wrong purchases, and you're going to miss a lot of great opportunities. So first thing is, you can't do great things if you're incapable of making great decisions. And when you're under the influence, and I don't want to preach to you, I'm just telling you what advice I'd give myself if I was on the comeback. I was 15 years old and being influenced by everybody smoking the kush. It's cool now. It's probably going to be legal everywhere. Going out drinking on the weekends.
That's one thing I want to bring up as well. Like, yeah, I smoke weed, and like I noticed that when I smoke weed, I can't think straight anymore. I forget what I'm supposed to do. I can't focus. Like, sometimes I get anxiety. Like, if I try to record a video or something, I forget what I'm supposed to be saying, and like it really does mess with your thinking, and you can't make good decisions. So you want to leave that for after you've done everything important that you want to do, and use it for just relaxing and what it's for, like not do it before doing work or anything that you got to do some kind of thinking or be productive. So save it for after, when you as a reward for yourself, if you're going to go and do those things. Same with drinking.
Forgetting everything that you did and just making poor decisions. So I would tell you, hey, you got to figure out how is that going to somehow advance your life. You're going to have to make some hard choices. If I'm a young guy coming up, young gal coming up, how can I pick great relationships when everybody's under the influence? And again, I don't mean to sound like a preacher or anything, because I'm definitely not that. We're going to have a great time this weekend. I'm here for a week. We're going to have a lot of fun. But I couldn't do that if I was still under the influence every day. Wouldn't have the money to come here. This place they charge like this stupid money. Almia Hotel out here in Cabo. This is a private residence, 12,000 square feet, private pool. That's what you're playing for. You're playing for, hey, I got to put something together here. I got to get great at something so much some people will pay me more than maybe I'm even worth. So one day I can actually go on these trips. So third thing I would tell you to do is this. Look, you got to pay the price now so you can pay any price in the future. I've been doing that since then.
That's a really good saying that he talks about, and like that's like what one of the mentors I had before he told me when I was young. Similar to that, he didn't really say it like that, but he told me that make sure whatever you do in life, make sure that it pays you on the back end, meaning get something, do something that pays you residuals, and that way whatever you're doing now, you won't be wasting your time. Otherwise, you'll have to keep working and working, and you'll never be able to stop working. And without the residual, I wouldn't be able to be here right now in Mexico, staying here for however many weeks, just surfing and working if I have to, working at whatever time I want to, you know. So it is doing this credit card business that I'm doing. It did help to where I did pay the price now, so I could pay any price later or do whatever I want later. It is like really giving your future self a gift.
Age 25. When I was 25, I said, okay, no more drinking, no more drugging. I didn't have a problem with alcohol. I had a problem with drugs, but I'm like, I'm not even going to use any alcohol. I'm not going to have a beer, champagne, nothing until I have my money right, until I have a family, until I have kids on the way, until I know I'm a responsible human being that I can trust. That I can trust, not other people can trust. I need to get my trust back before I expect other people to trust me. So I'm giving you 3 little tips of what I would do right now. I would think big the whole time, and I would only surround myself with people that are willing to do big things, think big things, too. Stay away from the freaking goodies. They ain't that good. And number 3, pay the price today. Okay, learn to discipline yourself. If you got to go to the gym every day, if you hate going to the gym, go to the gym. I don't like going to the gym, but I'm like, I don't like my body hurting either. Sooner or later, if you don't go to the gym and work your body will scream at you and it will hurt. Lower back pains, arms, shoulders, knees, you name it. It's always going to hurt. As long as it's hurting, how can you be fully available for the people around you if your body's hurt? 2, you got to eat good foods.
That's another thing I want to bring up to you guys. Like, I can't stress the importance of taking care of yourself, like, especially if you're going to become successful. And like, what good is building all this residual and building all these gifts for your future self if your future self is going to be out of shape, overweight, can hardly move, and you're going to do all this work and not even be able to enjoy it. So you got to take care of your health first, then your wealth, then the love part of your life is like family, friends, and then the happiness comes after. Because if you don't have the number one thing, which is health, none of the other stuff matters. So I've been telling a lot of the guys, especially a couple of the ones that are on my team, they're like size double XL. And I told them, hey man, you know, like when I made the shirts for them, I told them, hey, we got to get that down to at least a medium or large at the lowest, at the minimum. So, you know, I'm helping them to try and be successful financially, but I also want them to be able to enjoy it and to be able to, be healthy at the same time and strong and be able to do things and not feel lazy, because if you're overweight, you tend to be more lazy. And it's a sign to people also, if you're overweight, that if you can't even take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of other people? If your body should be the most important thing in your life. And if you can't even take care of your own body, how are you going to take care of the people you love? If you don't even love yourself, how are you going to love other people if that's the way your reflection of yourself is to other people? So that's really important. Like, I've become vegetarian. Right now he's talking about eating good foods. It's so true. Like, ever since I went plant-based, I've been vegetarian now for the last 3 or 4 years, and I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost over 30 pounds, and I do the workout every day from Freeletics. It doesn't need a gym, so there's really no excuse. A lot of people make excuses. Oh, the gyms are closed because of the coronavirus. I can't go work out. You know, I don't have equipment. You know, there shouldn't be any excuse. Like, the Freeletics app has a coach where every day they come up with a different workout for you. It's never the same. That's why I love doing it. And it's all majority of it's body weight. The only thing mainly that you might need is a pull-up bar at the most. So, you know, like I suggest that you guys get on that, start going plant-based if you can. If you want, I'll send you a documentary of what changed my mind to go plant-based. It was nothing disgusting or anything like that. It was just a doctor showing the facts of how eating animal products causes all these diseases, cancer, high cholesterol and stuff. So, you know, I did change my mind after I saw that the documentary was made back in 1993, but it was on YouTube, and somebody converted it from the VHS tape to YouTube. So I ended up watching it. I saw it, and it really changed my perspective. And not only that, but for the animals, it helps the planet. There's less pollution, there's less suffering for the animals, there's less disease, because whatever you're eating in the animals, you're eating whatever they're consuming. So the farms and all these people that are raising the animals, they're raised in really bad conditions. They're in dark warehouses, like shoulder to shoulder. They can't even move, they can't turn around, and they all get sick. So in order to keep them from getting sick, they inject them with tons of antibiotics, and then to help them grow faster, because it's all about money, they don't care about health, they pump them full of hormones. So you're consuming all these hormones, you're consuming all these antibiotics, and then you're also consuming like unhealthy type foods, which is going to make your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and all that stuff go up. So you want to get protein directly from the source. I know people say, oh, I need protein, meat, whatever, but everything that protein you can find it plant-based. There's beans, there's so many things that has protein, if not more protein than meat. And I read somewhere that when you're eating animal products, you're eating secondary protein. You're eating the protein that the animal's eating. And people say you can't get big by not eating meat or whatever, but the biggest animals on the earth are plant-based. The gorillas, the giraffes, the elephants, they don't eat meat, but they're super huge, they're muscular. So it's a fallacy. It's all about, like, they're not eating animals. Like, so you don't want to get the secondary protein, you want to get the primary protein, which is direct from the source, which is from the plants. So that's why I changed my lifestyle and my diet to accommodate that, because I want to be healthy. Now that I'm becoming more and more successful, I want to enjoy. I want to take more surf trips like this. I want to be able to enjoy this. I want to be fit. Like, I'm 45 now, but I'm like way healthier than I've pretty much been my entire life. I'm able to go out and surf big waves and go running, do workouts, do 200 burpees, so like this is the kind of stuff I wasn't able to do before at peak performance, and I want to keep getting better. So that's why as you age, I know this is for young people, and this is the same thing I would have told myself if I could back in the day, all this stuff that he's saying. That's why it was important that I really wanted to show you guys this video and go over it with you and add my experiences along with what he's teaching. So that way it's like a double dose. So especially if you are planning to be successful and have these big dreams, it's super important to take care of yourself. So that way you can at least enjoy the rewards of everything you're working so hard for.
It's okay. You got to make decisions. I ain't going to eat junk. I'm not going to eat the junk. Why? Because I'm saying no to junk. If you can start saying no to stuff, you can start saying yes to the good things. Like my little girl right there, Sabrina. Say hi, Sabrina.
Another good point he just said there is you got to be able to say no, because that was one mistake that I was making when I was already like getting all my residuals and didn't really have to work. I had problems saying no to all the invites to go out because I always had free time. I was already making money. I didn't have to work if I didn't want to. So I said yes to way too many things and didn't say no to a lot of things, which costed me time, costed me money, costed me my health, because I would just end up drinking so much and not get enough sleep. And then when you go out and drink, you don't eat good either. You just go out and eat Alberto's or some fatty Mexican food or some fatty food that's open 24 hours, like a burger, or after hours like Denny's or something. And there is nothing healthy that you could really eat at these type of places. So it's just a chain reaction of one poor decision leads to a chain reaction of more poor decisions all throughout. And then you keep doing that. It's like poor decisions every day or every week or every weekend or whatever. So it does stack up. So you want to start making the good decisions. One good decision can affect the rest of your decisions to become good decisions as well. Like, as you can see how saying yes to going out is one bad decision, it starts off the chain reaction of multiple bad decisions and then ends up affecting your life.
So pay the price today. Learn how to be great at jobs you hate. That's paying the price. Get up early. Go to bed.
Learn to get good at jobs you hate. That's a good one too. So like, credit card wasn't really a job that I really liked or thought I would be doing, but it was the vehicle that gave me the freedom to be able to do the things I liked. And like, even just with the telemarketing job, I didn't really want to be doing telemarketing, but it taught me how to communicate. It taught me how to use the phone. It taught me how to be persuasive. So you got to get good. And not only that, people will notice. Like, if you were a janitor or whatever, and you were the best janitor, the CEO of the company might notice how hard you work and how much pride you take in doing your work. Like, sometimes when I see waiters and they're really good, you can sit, or a waitress and they're really good, you can tell like no matter what job they're at, that's how they would be. They would do their best and they would be the best. They would stand out. Their performance would stand out. And that's why I try to talk to these people as well and invite them into do this business because I can see them being successful at this the way that they do it. So whatever job you're at, even if you're there and you don't know what you're going to do with your life yet, just be the best at what you can at what you're doing, so that way other people will notice, and you never know who you'll be impressing, and then they may invite you to come on board with their company or present an opportunity to you that would change your life.
Bed early. Okay, beat the sun up every morning. It'll give you so much confidence. I'm paying the price when I do that. When I get up before the sun.
So like waking up before the sun gets up, that's a little hard to do. And I've been trying to do it. I do get up pretty early now. I don't go out as much. I don't really go out anymore, really, at night like how I used to every night, just partying and drinking all the time. I've kind of gotten that out of my system, and I've just been traveling more. And like especially being in places like this where it's tropical and you hear all these birds in the background, and like it helps me to get up super early, and it's even 2 hours ahead of the time zone from where the Pacific time zone where I'm from. This is 2 hours ahead, and I'm still like waking up early because it's just the adrenaline, the smell of this place, the bird, hearing all the birds, it just seeing all this activity makes you get up and then start your day early, and you do get a lot of things done. Like I'm already done surfing and eating lunch, exercising before like lunchtime back home and in Pacific time zone. I'm already done doing all that stuff. I've gone swimming in the pool. I've gone to the grocery store. I've gone exercising. I've gone surfing, and like it really does help because you get things done a lot faster and you have a lot more time left in the day to go do whatever it is you want to do, whether it's to invest back in your business or to go out and enjoy yourself.
And gets up, I'm paying the price. When I go to bed at 9 o'clock and I'm not watching TV and movies and just being entertained and affected whatever's coming my way, I'm paying the price. When I don't wait.
That's another thing. Like I don't even watch TV. Like I have a TV in my house, in my room, and downstairs. I don't even use them. Like the only time I use them is maybe to put on a YouTube video, or like if I'm done doing everything. I'm not saying never do it, but I don't do it. I hardly watch TV. I'm always trying to consume educational products, whether it be like YouTube videos, like listening to him, watching other courses, a podcast, audiobooks. I'm always trying to consume productive content. And like, I feel like playing video games, I don't know how people have so much time to play video games or watch Netflix and watch all these series and watch all these movies on Netflix as if, they're already set for life, but they're complaining about how their life is. So, like paying the price, making the sacrifices. You don't need, if you have time to watch Netflix, but you don't even have time to like study a course or do research on something you want to do, then that's why you can't get mad if your life doesn't change. So the same thing with this video course I put together for training people on the credit card service. You can't even watch those videos. How do you expect to be successful? Like I put so much knowledge, 20 years worth of knowledge in it, and people just expect to watch it once or not even watch the whole thing and expect to go out there and be successful. It doesn't work that way. Like college takes a few years before like a doctor can go out, and after all that studying, he has to study so many things, sometimes multiple times in order to get it and put it in practice. So like if you can't even sit down and watch a few hours worth of videos, but you could watch a few hours worth of series in Netflix, how do you expect to be successful? You can't make a simple sacrifice like that. Like you gotta treat this stuff like education. Like I don't really believe in school, but I believe in learning. So even though you're not going in school, it doesn't mean stop learning. Like if you're a college dropout or you don't have an education, it doesn't mean to stop learning. You always got to keep continuing to learn. And there's so much content on YouTube now. There's no excuse to not know anything. Like you just type in whatever it is you're trying to learn. It's on there. I opened my Mexican restaurant, my bar, all from YouTube videos on how to teach me how to cook. Like a lot of the stuff that I learned is just from watching YouTube and seeing these people like this guy who can be one of your mentors. He's on YouTube. They teach. Everyone's giving out their best secrets on YouTube. And the only problem is people don't take the time to watch them. Or if they do watch them, they don't take the time to put them into action. So it's super important that you got to learn how to sacrifice. Like if you have time to play video games on your phone or watch TV series or watch TV, then you got to stop that, because even like social media is a super addicting thing, and I notice it ruining people's lives. Like my girlfriend right now, she's always watching videos on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. I always get mad at her and tell her, hey, you're wasting your time. She's only 19, so it's kind of like the things that they see their other friends doing, so they think that that's how life is supposed to be living. It's all fake too. Everyone on there is living fake lifestyles, showing the best of their life, and it's not, their life isn't even like that. They're just trying to show people and pretend to be someone who they're not. And she's been cutting down on it. I've told her to be productive and to use Instagram and YouTube and TikTok instead of letting it use you. So now she's made 2 YouTube channels. She's getting subscribers. She's opened her own website doing tarot card readings and stuff. She's learning the credit card business and learning real estate. She's learned crypto. She has a YouTube channel talking about crypto. She's investing her own money in crypto. So it goes to show, like, when you surround yourself with people who are doing good in life, it will change yours. She had even become vegetarian as well. She lost so much weight, and like she's so happy now. She's lost weight. She's become fit. She's proud of how her body looks now because of, we even took before and after pictures of before she was vegetarian, where she was just eating junk food and just eating meat and stuff, animal products. And then when she got with me, she noticed, like, she asked me why I was vegetarian, and I told her, and so she just started doing what I was doing. I didn't even need to force her. I didn't even need to ask her. She just wanted to do it on her own. And then she saw the workouts I was doing, and I invited her. She would go to the park with me every morning and work out, and that's how she started losing weight. And then she went and found her own training programs on YouTube, and she follows these girls that do workout programs, and she does their challenges and does all their workouts. And like, I'll do my Freeletics workout, and if she jumps in with that, she'll do like half, and then she'll do her workout with other coaches she found online. So it goes to show that's like just her spending most of her time with me. The productive things I'm doing in my life has now rubbed off on her, and I'm trying to do that for everyone on my team. I'm trying to push them, especially, because I care about them, especially, like, they're good people, and I don't want to see them like suffer. Like what he said right now is like, if you don't take care of your body, you don't feel the pain today, you're going to feel the pain later. And it's so true. Like, look at all the people that are dying of heart attacks, strokes, early age. Nobody's, like, a lot of people aren't even living to see 60 or 70. So it's super important. Like right now, I'm like I said, I'm 45 and I still look young, and I'm like super fit now. I lost a lot of weight and I feel good. It's like I'm fighting time, like, just because of all the things that I'm doing, and I want to keep enjoying like that.
It's the weekends. The weekends make you weak. The weekends are for weak people. Anything after 10 o'clock at night.
That's super true too. Weekends are for weak people, and like, people always complain about their job and they live for the weekend. I like to call these people the weekend warriors. That's why I hate going out on weekends, because it's a bunch of people that have really no aspirations, and they're going out to just drown themselves in alcohol and party and celebrate. I don't really know what they're celebrating. Like, what is really are you celebrating when you go out like that? Are you celebrating a victory? Did you launch a business? Or were you productive somehow where you're contributing to the world? But most of the time, 90% of the time, it's not the case. So that's why I prefer to go out on weekdays, because I meet a lot of people that live different lifestyles. A lot of them are entrepreneurs, and even if they're not entrepreneurs, they are people that want to be in control of their time. They don't sit at a 9 to 5 job, or maybe they are on a 9 to 5 job and they just still decide to go out every night, which would get tiring really fast. I don't know how they can do that long term, but like, a majority of the time when I go out, I meet some of the coolest people I've ever met in my life, because they choose to live this alternative lifestyle where they're in control of their time, where they're self-employed, they're entrepreneurs, and they don't want to be tied down to some kind of job that they hate, or not necessarily a job. They may still hate their job, like maybe if they're like a bartender or waitress or whatever like that, where they still have control of their time, but they have a shitty job that they got to go work, and there's not really any long-term goal after, when you're in being a bartender or whatever, and you're stuck there. Like, you could be stuck behind the bar for 20 years and you won't even notice the time fly by, because you're so busy. You're always like being distracted all night, every night. Everyone's partying, and the money's good, when you're young and like making this money. Like, even like a stripper, or you can compare a stripper and a bartender together. Like, they make money every night, and like, they get trapped and they get stuck in that because they think it's such good money and they think it's going to last forever, and they don't know that a stripper's going to get old, the bartender's going to get old too, and the bartender and the stripper, they both drink all the time because they're in that environment, so they're going to be more prone to getting cirrhosis of the liver. they're going to age much faster because they're drinking, they're not getting much sleep. You're going to, like working the night, like a nurse working the night shift, they all start to really age fast. They gain weight, and because of the serotonin and stuff that the body is creating in the hormones that make them gain weight, which doesn't when you're fighting against nature, you're awake when during the time you're supposed to be sleeping, so that's not good for your body, and it really starts to make you gain weight a lot faster. So that's why I prefer the weekdays, and I don't really like being around the weekend warriors. And what he's saying, that anything after 10 o'clock at night isn't really good, and that's why he sleeps early. Like even like while I'm here, the past 2 nights, I fell asleep at 8 p.m. at this time, which would be 6 p.m. back home. And like it's because I've been waking up so early and I've been doing so much during the day. Like I can't believe it. I'd be like up to like 10 o'clock or midnight or whatever, just doing stuff, or even just like working on the computer and stuff like that.
It's for weak people. Saturday and Sunday, staying up all night. Weak people. People made weak on the weekends. Pay the price. Okay, give up the weekends for the next 5 years and watch what happens. 5 years, man, that's a lot of weekends. That's, what is that, 250 weekends? Is that right? Yeah, 250 weekends. That means I'm ahead of the people around me. Okay.
It's so true. If you give up your weekends, like right now, it's Sunday, it's 6:30 p.m. right now at the time I'm recording this. Like I could be just laying down, wasting time, just being on Facebook or Instagram and not doing anything. But instead, I'm trying to do something productive, trying to teach people, trying to share some advice that had helped me in my life and from my experiences, so you guys don't make these mistakes. And he's trying to share also the advice and experiences from his life, so you guys don't make that mistake, so you guys don't waste how many years of time, so you don't waste how many weekends or weekdays. It doesn't even matter whether it's a weekend or a weekday, but he's saying weekends because the majority of the people work weekday jobs and then celebrate on the weekend.
Paying the price today in hopes that I can pay any price in the future, so that when you have a family, okay, when you find that person that you love and want to take care of, when you finally get the right job and the credibility and the trust in the marketplace, when you finally believe in yourself completely, you'll also have the rewards and the fruits necessary so that you can start paying for the things that you and your family have now earned and deserve. It's a great planet out here. If you want to see the great parts of it, it takes money. The last thing I'll tell you is about the money thing.
It's so true. It really is a super beautiful planet out here. Like if you're stuck in one place and you haven't been out of there, to travel, there's so much you're missing out on, and it does cost money to do these things. And like I mentioned before, like most people have time, but they don't have money. And then there's people that have money and they don't have time to enjoy it. A lot of people don't have both. So if you can be one of the few people in the world that has both time and money to enjoy the money and the time to enjoy it, then you're one of the blessed, and you've worked hard to earn that.
You're around people that say, hey, money won't make you happy. I'm with you. It ain't gonna make you happy, but it'll buy a nice villa that you can bring your kids and some support and some staff. Where you guys going? Okay, have fun. Money matters. Okay, last thing I'm gonna tell you is that money matters. You got to get your money right. Okay, don't waste it. Don't lose it. Use it. Money. Don't waste it. Don't lose it. Use it. Use it to make yourself better. If you have a business, use it to make yourself better and the business better. Use it to make yourself better, the business better, hire employees. Use it to make yourself better, the business better, to hire employees, make them better. Use it to make yourself better, the business better, the employees better, and then add more employees. And then use it to market your company, market yourself, to reach new connections. Use money to go out and meet the people that dream bigger than you.
That's what I've been doing now that I've been making money. I've been using it to reinvest. I've been reinvesting in new equipment, reinvesting in new training, reinvesting in bringing on people. So I've been really reinvesting to try and build, just like what he's saying, to build my business, do more marketing, and bring on more people and use the best equipment that's available for my clients and for my guys out there. And then I also use my money. I paid 25 grand to be around Tai Lopez, and he's like one of the most famous internet marketers. And when I saw a video of him before, when he was talking, a lot of the things he was saying I related to. And this was before, when I was a little bit more content with where I was at in life. I thought it was doing good, and I became to a point where I wasn't really humble anymore. I was just partying every night and going out and just chasing girls and stuff. And it made me realize, when I was listening to him and seeing all these other guys that are doing much better than me, that I ain't really doing shit, and I got to get back on and start fucking aspiring to where these other guys are at. So that's what brought me in, and I paid 25 grand to learn from him. And he taught us. We went to his house once or twice a month, and he brought in the top entrepreneurs from different fields to teach us things. And I learned so much. I made so many great connections that changed my life. I wouldn't even be here right now if it wasn't for me meeting Ty and learning from him. It made me become more open-minded and allowed me to not really be so close-minded or judgmental about things, and to really put things down. It allowed me to think at the level I'm thinking now. It allowed me to learn, seek out mentors, to find people who are in the position I want to be, and to put myself within their circle, so that way it can push me to level up, and which I'm trying to share with you guys, because a lot of you guys don't have access to people like that in your life. And you may be young, you may be like one of the guys who just came on, working at a Panda Express and sick of that kind of job, and you don't really know what to do or where to turn to. You don't want to go to school, you don't want to work another shitty restaurant job. And this is the kind of stuff. Now that he saw one of my videos, he reached out to me, and now look, what it's the same thing as me, like seeing one of Ty's videos, and I reached out to him. I paid the money and I got the connections. I've made some lifelong friendships through that, and I've made a lot of money since then. And now it's only going to help me to become even more successful. It's allowed me to not spend so much time wasting it on social media and going out. And now it's changed everything that I've pretty much done in my life. And that's what we're going to talk. That's what he's mentioning right now. Try to use the money you have to surround yourself with people that are dreaming bigger than you, and that are in a place where that you would like. There's a saying where, don't take advice from someone who you wouldn't trade places with. So like, if someone's trying to give you advice and tell you, oh, that business sucks, or this, whatever you're trying to do, oh, that's a scam. Are they living the kind of life that you want to be living? Are they having the freedom that you want to have? Are they able to like be in a tropical beach right now on a Sunday, on a Monday, whatever day it is, and do those things? Like, ask yourself that. And then if it's not, then their opinions are irrelevant. Like, everyone has an opinion, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but if they're not coming from a place where you want to be, then their opinion, you're going to need to just be polite. And there's a meme that says, smile, nod, and agree, and just go do whatever the fuck you're going to do anyway. Let me show it to you. I want to show it because it's one of Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's see if it pulls up real quick. It's so true. I have this on one of the boards that it's the Wolf of Wall Street one, this one. It's so small. But anyways, like, if it doesn't load in a second here. There you go. It's the one from the Wolf of Wall Street. So a lot of people are gonna say shit, and no matter what you try to tell them, like, if you're, for example, if you're telling people, hey, I'm just getting in this credit card business, I'm gonna get residual, I'm gonna make money while I sleep, I'm gonna make money from every client that I get. People are gonna say, oh, that's a pyramid, oh, that's a scam. And no matter what you try to explain to them, they're not gonna listen. They're not gonna change their mind. They're already set in their ways. And I've learned and like to not waste my breath and not waste my time trying to change someone's point of view. They're just gonna have to realize it if ever they realize it. So that's why this saying is super important. Like, just smile, nod, and agree, and do whatever you're gonna do anyway, because it's just a waste of time for you to try and change someone's mind.
Do and that have done all these things I'm telling you, which is they're not wasting the weekends and they're paying the price. And I promise you, you'll end up with a life that'll be beyond anything. I can't wait. I'm gonna meet you 3 or 4 years from now. You'll be like, dude, I saw that video that you did, man. You in the swimming pool in Cabo. That video shocked me, changed my life, got my attention. I know it's you. You are gonna be one of those people. Put it on your bucket list. I'm gonna meet Grant Cardone one day, and I'm gonna tell him that video right there, where he said what advice he'd give the younger Grant. That's right. Let's roll. Let's do something. I want to hear from you. Okay, hit me back and tell me this video changed your life. By the way, those of you that know about Undercover Billionaire Discovery, send me this little hat right here. I just finished shooting this show called Undercover Billionaire. It's on Discovery Channel. They give me $100 in 90 days to turn it into $1 million. Watch that show. The show is freaking rock solid reality. Okay, no production. They didn't help me out. I got dropped off in Pueblo, Colorado with $100, no food, no water, no place to live. If you haven't seen it, grab it. Find out somebody that's got it. It's on Wednesday nights Discovery Channel after what's that show, that big mystery show, catch show. You guys know his name of it. It's something catch, Deadliest Catch. Okay, it follows Deadliest Catch on Wednesday nights Discovery Channel. If you want to binge on it, you can go grab the whole thing at Discovery Plus. God bless you. Be great, and remember, when you use this advice, I guarantee you it will benefit you. I guarantee it'll work. But mostly, what I want to know, and I'm looking for, is a guarantee that you, one person, that person, I know who I'm talking to right now, by the way. I know you're watching this. You're going to grab me 3 or 4 years from now and say, hey, that video when you were in the pool in Cabo changed my life. God bless you. Be great. 10x everything. Go out and do this.
That's another thing, like with me making these videos here, hopefully in like 3 to 4 years, what he's saying, you're going to be retired young and you're going to come and tell me, hey man, that video you did at the surf spot, those videos you did to help me learn the credit card business changed my life. And that'll be something that we can both celebrate and give high fives and hopefully both be in the tropics in the surf spot, you know, enjoying a fresh coconut together, drinking coconut water out of a fresh coconut together, giving cheers. So like, I can't wait. The same way he feels, I feel like that right now, hoping that you guys watching this, you that's watching this right now, will be here right next to me in this chair, like celebrating, looking out at the ocean, because look at that. Who doesn't want to live a life like that? Amazing. I could actually go out there and go surf again, but I'm too tired. I don't want to go do that again. The waves are too big. I'm gonna save my energy for the morning and go surfing again. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I hope that this video helped. And when I saw it this morning, I knew I wanted to share it with you guys because he taught so many good lessons, and I wanted to add to those lessons so that way it's more personalized for me. And like what he gave was so good already. I just wanted to add on top of it so that way it would help you guys, not just by watching this video from him, but by watching it with me adding a couple tips that I have in my life to help you as well. All right, looking forward to seeing you in the next year or two, not even 3 to 4 years, in the next year. So hopefully in the next year, like what Elon Musk said, like whatever your 10-year goal is, see what you could do to get it done in 6 months. Hopefully I can see you in 6 months with a smile ear to ear with the residuals you're making, and like being able to pay for your car and your house, all your bills with residual. It's the best feeling in the world. And then be able to just enjoy with your family in places like this or wherever it is you want to go. You may not like the tropics, maybe you like cold places to go skiing or whatever. I don't care, whatever it is, like that's not the point. It's just be able to enjoy these type of things, things you want to do in life with whoever you want to enjoy it with. All right, hopefully we talk soon and we're celebrating soon together. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.